2, 1. Good evening and welcome to yet another monthly open mic meetup of the Speak Up Club. This is the fourth weekend of the month, and like we have always had for the past 2 years, the fourth weekend of the Speak Up Club is open to all, and it's a platform where each one of you all can come and express yourselves on the theme that we have for the meeting. So, before I get into the theme for the meeting, let me give a brief for the people who have joined us for the first time or who have not been regular to the club. Speak Up Club as an initiative started way back in 2020 May. We have hosted over, in all, with the member sessions included, we have hosted over 250 sessions, and the exclusive open to all sessions which are there, we have hosted 150 plus sessions of them. It's a journey that we have had or we have embarked on over the past few years where we have created a platform, a community, a set of people coming together to express themselves about the theme of the meeting that we have or we announce every meeting. And we meet right now. In 2020, when we began, we met on a trot for 125 Saturday nights. That was until 2022 end. That's how the journey was for us for a long, long time during the COVID, the challenges that we could not go out. That's how the journey began for us till 2022 end December. We ran these meetings with different flares of life skills. You'd call it life skills, you'd call it public speaking skills, or you'd call inspiration series. So different names, but with one simple motto: to learn and grow in life and about life. And then from 2023 onwards, we changed the track where we wanted people who wanted to work deeper on their skill set. We started something called as the inner circle, wherein people who were interested to work at a deeper level on their skill set development joined the member only group, wherein we met every week on a Friday or a Saturday. For 3 weeks, it was exclusively members only meeting where we worked on one thing at a time. So deep down with a skill set and the follow up through the week about the learning. That's how we started in 2023. And the fourth Saturday was always, as always, open to all and connecting with all the community that we have built over these years. So the club, I can say proudly that we have had over 1,000 unique individuals gracing the platform, sharing their perspectives, sharing their ideas about different things and different themes that we have. People from 16 different countries, people of all genders, from different cities, from different towns, different places in India have come and shared their perspectives. And that's how this community was built. I've always told this isn't my community. This is a community that is owned by all the members equally and how they've contributed and built this beautiful place, space for all of us to grow together. And that's why I've always continued this initiative of making it monthly also, which is open to all. It was not linked to someone just wanting to work on skill set, but also still have a space where all of us can still connect and cherish and share the perspectives that we have to share. Now, over the past 2 years, we started something called as a Speak Up Mastery Program, which is a member-only program where we train people, where I train people on different aspects of public speaking when it comes to standing up on stage and delivering speeches or conversations or different forms through which people communicate. And alongside that, last year, once we saw that everything, the COVID was behind us, and a lot of people wanted a real life experience, an offline experience of this community that we built, we started with the offline open mic sessions of the Speak Up Club. So since June last year, where we started with the offline initiative, we have the fourth Friday or the Saturday of the month as a virtual meeting, and the fourth Friday or Saturday or Sunday as a offline meeting that we started to run and meet in the offline space. Please note, these are places, these are initiatives that are free for all and open to all. And whatever is the logistics cost of whatever it is there, if at all there is any, that's what people pay. And people come, share their stories, and listen to the stories of what people have to share. And that's how this community runs. We run on a theme based meeting rather than having a generic random talks or stories. We have something called as a theme of the meeting, which is what people talk about and share. That's how the community is as of today, and that's how it has been built over the years. Today, we are running a Speak Up Mastery program, which is going online. The one which is running as a long-term program. The offline one is where we are running an 8-week program, which is currently ongoing in Hyderabad. And this is the third dimension of the Speak Up Club open mics, which we are doing both virtually and in person, which is happening now. So today is a virtual one. If you are in Hyderabad, we are having the same theme of celebrations tomorrow as well, tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. in KBR Park. So that's offline opportunity. If you're in Hyderabad, you can surely join in, because if you see the energy and vibe that we create in this space, in this room, imagine there's a multiplier effect or multifold beauty of this community in the offline space, because that's a different charm altogether. And where all of us together create that space and build that vibe. With that, coming to the theme for today's meeting. Like I mentioned, we operate on themes. We are not randomly just hitting with different ideas or different experiences. At the end of the program, at the end of today's session, we want each one of us to go back uplifted, enriched on the theme that we have for today. So, the theme that we chose for today was celebrations. You might ask, what are we celebrating? Technically, nothing. And yet, we are there celebrating what we are doing today. We often think of celebration as a milestone, as a point in time which tells we have accomplished something. And we often do it maybe in the year end appraisals or the new year, the reflections that we do, or different times in which we feel that we have completed something to celebrate. And that's where the challenge is. The challenge is that because when we talk of failures, when we talk of setbacks, we experience and celebrate, or I would say cry over them on a daily basis or a weekly basis. But when it comes to celebrations, why is it that we keep it as a fag end thing or a far-fetched thing? Let's all celebrate. Whether it's a tiny win that you did today, something that you started, whether it's something that you accomplished in this week, which you did not in the past, whether it's a big achievement that you've had or a tiny one, whether it's just surviving through the day, that's also an achievement. The question is, if we look back, if we look deeper, you'd find something that you can celebrate today. In this meeting, we are looking for stories and experiences that you will be sharing about what are you celebrating now. What's that thing that you want to share? What's that celebration that you want us to know? And with this community and the vibe that we create here, please note, it's only reinforcement of that celebration, and it's going to come back to you multifold as you progress. But today we are listening to stories, whatever be it. There's no big or there's no small. It's just a celebration. And if it's a celebration, it is the joy in your life. That's what we are wanting to celebrate today. So let's begin with the theme for today's meeting. What are you celebrating? Let's begin with who wants to come first? I know I have one character who's already there, but I would want to see if somebody else wants to begin with your expression of what are you celebrating today. So thank you all who have joined. Okay, Pranay, you're there. Shanti, Vijaya,
Yes.
Tejas, Rabia, thank you for joining. We are beginning with this, and
Yes.
we have for each
Hi,
member 2 to 3 minutes wherein you can express what you feel, what are you celebrating, and share with us what are you celebrating today. And the timer will be Sri Krishna. You can see a small clock. Once you start speaking, the clock will start ringing, clock will start ticking, and go ahead. The stage is yours. Let's begin with Pranay. Thank you, Pranay, for joining. You're on mute. We still have to learn the lip reading language for us to understand on the mute. Just kidding. Pranay, the stage is yours.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're audible now.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. I've recently become a Toastmaster member at the Banjara Hills Club. So I gave my icebreaker speech today, where I got the best speaker for out of the four speakers. I completely agree with the celebrations part, which what Rahul Jain is talking about. Often we see the celebrations as something milestones, and we forget to celebrate the small wins. So I'm celebrating the best speaker for today. Thank you so much. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Pranay. That took me back to the year 2019 when I gave my icebreaker speech. Let me tell you, when I saw that in Toastmasters there's a ritual that people stand up and give a standing ovation for a first speech, I know it is a courageous step, it's a daring step, and it's something that gets the ball rolling for us. What I did after that was something which I still remember. I delivered that icebreaker speech 15 times in different clubs just because I wanted a standing ovation and I wanted to celebrate. Thank you, Pranay. I think great bold step. I think it's not a small win in any metric that I would say, because I've seen people struggle and live with fear all through their life without taking that step. They've killed those dreams just because they could not take that step. And I think the first will always be special. And thank you for sharing that you have started your journey more than the ribbon, because that's on any other good day somebody else could take it. But the fact that you started it is the achievement that you've had. And thank you for sharing with us that you have started this journey, and looking forward to more speeches and more experiences from you about many other wins that you're going to have, far many in the future. Thank you, Pranay. Let's move to the next speaker who's coming up. Okay, Poonam, go ahead. Sri Krishna, start the timer. Don't forget for Poonam. Otherwise, we'll have to celebrate the timing. Over to you, Poonam. Poonam, can you take the camera a bit down if it's possible? Yep. Okay, this looks better. The stage is yours.
Every year we celebrate festival, right? Every year we celebrate festival with delectable food, sweets, greetings, giggles, not just with our family members, but with people around us, our house helpers, employees, staff, as a gesture of care and togetherness. But no one ever asked me, what's your celebration? Until yesterday. And that question made me reflect. I realized as the time passes, our perspective evolves. Earlier, failure felt as setbacks, as if there is no tomorrow, as if there is no light at the end of the tunnel. But now I celebrate my failure just as I celebrate my successes, because I am imperfectly perfect and perfectly imperfect, and that's perfectly okay. I remember I would cry if something bad would happen to me. I would say, why, God, why you did it? You did this to me. What wrong I did? But now I don't drown myself in self pity. I acknowledge it. I accept it. And yes, I celebrate it. I walk over the things I used to trip over. And now my celebration is not limited to occasion. No, not at all. I celebrate everything, like ordinary moments when they turn into extraordinary with love, care, gratitude. Yes, when I see happiness in others' eyes, I feel like, wow, I celebrate it. When I realize, okay, I am growing a little calmer, a little wiser. I feel like, wow, I celebrate. And today I proudly say, I celebrate my life itself. Yes, I celebrate my smile. I celebrate the lesson I learned. I celebrate the life I touch. Yes, that's my celebration. What to use?
Thank you, Poonam. The only thing or the ability for me to celebrate my life was when I'm starting to celebrate my wife. That's how probably the inroad to my celebration came in. But thank you, Poonam. I think that was for the people over here. She's one of the members of our community, and she has a knack for words. She has a knack for playing with vocabulary, and there are times when we have to go back to the dictionary, is what I feel. But yes, now over a period of time, over the learnings that she has had, we can get every word that she's sharing, because in the flow of the context, those words are still beautiful and are understood and add depth to the expression that she wants to mention. So thank you, Poonam. I think that was a wonderful thought about how you're celebrating every day, how you're celebrating everything, and broadly speaking, celebrating life. I think at the heart of that idea is this fact of how we look at what we have. If you deeply observe what you have, and if you look at it in the context of what all you're blessed with, I think everything that we take for granted today is often a case which is a blessing in disguise. just because we assume, just because we take it for granted that this is what I deserve. And so it starts to feel like mundane, the everyday stuff and nothing to celebrate. But if you start questioning the core of what are you having and everything that you are experiencing, it's an opportunity that we can all celebrate everything and anything that we are encountering, even the failures. Even failures talk about we trying out, and then because we are still far ahead than many people who don't even try, that's also a celebration to do. Thank you. Thank you, Poonam. Wonderful share. Let's move to the next speaker. Who wants to come up? Sri Krishna, Jaman, Uma ma'am. Okay, Jaman, the stage is yours.
Thank
Poonam
you
is
so
getting
much
ready.
for the opportunity. Am I audible? I'm not sure. It's some issue with my laptop. I've connected it to the TV. Anyways, today I am celebrating showing up. For last 2 weeks, I was trying to get up early in the morning and go for workout. For some reason, it didn't happen because I had late night work, etc., etc., and then it kept piling up, and then I couldn't make it. But last 3 days, I was able to do that. 3 consecutive days at 5:30 in the morning. I went. I did 5 km jog, then some high intensity workout, etc. And the day I work out, my entire days goes very well. And for some reason, I always have that pressure. If I don't work out in the morning and my day is like, oh, I didn't do anything, etc., etc. So that is what I am celebrating today. I celebrated yesterday. I did day for yesterday as well, and I'll be doing it tomorrow. And yeah, as Poonam rightly mentioned, we all are or imperfectly perfect or perfectly imperfect. I absolutely resonated with that. And the point I'm trying to highlight here is here onward, I am going to celebrate showing up because when I show up, things start will happening. I don't have to put great effort if I'm at the gym or if I'm at the park or if I'm with the group who are fitness freak or who are there for workout. So I believe early in the morning, showing up, just getting out of the house is the job that I need to play and rest will take care. So yeah, that is it. I think I'll just wrap up my speech here then. Thank you so much. I
Thank
really,
you. Thank
I'm really
you.
happy to be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Jaman. Wonderful. Celebrating showing up. I think that's one thing that if we all could learn, it's a massive change of game that we all can experience in our life. Celebrating showing up. I think I'm going to take that and keep that with me. By the way, for the members, Jaman is one of the members of our current ongoing Speak Up Mastery program, the 8-week program. And today morning, he delivered a line, which delivered a speech, the line of which has still stuck with me. He said, if you can't take charge of 30, if you can't take care or deliver 30, deliver 3. And I think that sums up beautifully the message that you have shared today of celebrating showing up, because that's what at the end matters. We don't realize the inertia that we have, the challenges that we had at the beginning. If we just show up, that's a beautiful journey that we can begin and kickstart. And often a case, once you have showed up, the ball starts to roll. I personally experienced this thing over the past largely part of 2025 with my walking journey. It's something that I've started to build this year, given the challenges that I experienced in the past few years. There's one thing that I've started and I experienced at the start, the challenge was about showing up. And today, uh, last year, the situation was such that when I look at a step or a slope upwards, I used to turn around and go back. My wife still remembers me telling that I can't take this, let's go back. And that was a time when I was walking like something like 3,000 steps a day, and that was through the day, the normal casual walking that we have. And today is a time when I walk every single day 10 kilometers. In the morning I invest 90 minutes every single day and walk 8 kilometers, 2 rounds of the KBR park. And that's where my journey has started. And it all began with this simple philosophy that you mentioned, Jaman. Just show up. I've seen umpteen number of times where I did not feel the motivation. I did not want to get up. I did not want to show up. There was pain. There were excuses. There were 100 things. But one thing that I showed up did was to just show up. And not once has it happened that when I showed up, I just showed up. I went on to do that walk. I went on to do, may not be that entire 8 kilometers, but maybe 4 kilometers. But once I showed up, the ball started to roll. And today, I celebrate that. Another instance which I started recently was the video recordings which I'm sharing in the morning, the unfiltered or the bite-sized videos which I've started to share now. The same thing with that. I started on one day when I showed up despite the rain. I did that first video of the insight about the Nike logo, the Just Do It part of it. And from there, it all started. And somehow, it has been a case where it just started. And today, I'm on video number 46 on a trot, maybe 1 or 2 days in between, which I've stopped. But otherwise, for me as a speaker, I felt that has been a great accomplishment. That is what I'm celebrating today. That once I started, got the ball rolling, the drive, like you said, Jaman, the drive is there that I have to, it's a responsibility and I have to show up and I have to do. And that's how it all works wonders by just this one philosophy. Just show up. Thank you, Jaman, for that beautiful insight. Thank you for sharing that. Let's move to the next speaker. Uma ma'am. Okay, the
Thank
stage is yours.
Celebration. Yes, we're all celebrating Deepavali, and today I'm not only celebrating myself, but also all of you, and especially Speak Up Club for giving us the opportunity, such a nice platform to share our thoughts. So, three things I have learned in life to celebrate: A, B, C. A is accept whatever comes to you, B, do your best, and C, complete surrender. So, nothing is in our hands, and you have to go with the flow. That's what I have realized in life. And so I'm on a globetrot from the past 1.5, 2 months, wherever life is taking me. First, it was Dubai, then London, then Europe, and then to Dehradun, Rishikesh, Haridwar, and now to Sikkim, Gangtok, Darjeeling, Shillong, and back to Bangalore and Mysore. So I'm right now in Shillong, in Darjeeling, and taking part in this. And I celebrate my commitment and dedication towards Toastmasters and also to Speak Up Club. Wherever I am, in spite of the holidays, I make it a point to come and take part. Since it is online, it's very convenient. And thanks to the technology, we are able to connect. So celebrate yourself, celebrate Speak Up Club, and celebrate yourself for showing up. So let life be a celebration every moment because the past is a history, the future is a mystery, and the present is a pastry. So the present is a gift that God has given to you. So let us enjoy every moment and celebrate each one of us. Thank you, Rahul, for this opportunity.
Thank you, ma'am, for the interest of all the members, all the people present over here. Umama is one of the most consistent members of the club. She joined or she started her association with the club when we were at session number 20 or 22. And today we are at session number 250, of which maybe 50 could be the offline ones. But her association is so long, and the bond that we have, the respect that we have for her, and the value add that she brings to the table is something commendable of her, reflects what she just mentioned. The commitment and what she has shown up and how she has added value to all the people in the community. Thank you, ma'am. We celebrate you. Thank you for that. Let's move to the next person. Who wants to come up? Sri Krishna, Vijaya, Mohammad Ziauddin, Rabia, Shanti. Who, sirs? Please just unmute and you can get going. If not anyone else, I'm calling Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna, the stage is yours.
Okay. But for me, every day has become a celebration. Probably from the past 5 or 6 months. Thankfully, I moved to a new team, which, by the way, I didn't anticipate I will come. But there is a reason behind it. Back in April 2024, I moved to a different team from there are three teams. So from this team I had to move to a different team. But there I had a challenge. For some reason, my laptop was getting stuck, and even the way of working of the team, I kind of didn't like it. I was not in synergy with what things were, and eventually because of my horrible performance, and even I knew that I was not doing well there, I was moved back to my old team. Oh, after this, मेरा भगवान से भरोसा उठ गया, not भरोसा उठ गया, not that sense. I don't want to go to a new team trying stuff. I was like totally against it. Then after going back to my old team, I became the top performer there. That after probably like in 4 to 5 months, we got another internal job posting. Now, in the fear of going to the team again, though another team is also there, but I assumed because the team was big, I'll go there or not. So I didn't apply for that IJP. So that time, the manager, his name was Thomas. He forced me and made me apply there. And interview. I don't know what he saw in me, which I didn't see in myself. But I went and gave the interview there, and I know I gave the interview well there. Now that was the challenge I had. इंटरव्यू तो खराब दे देता छे no now the interview also went well. No, for the first time I was sad that everything is going well in my life. And after that, the funny part is in May month I had some leaves planned because I have to go to Madurai and all. But I they so before giving me that selection thing, one day before, my manager Thomas, he told that you are selected. If you are able to cancel the leaves, then you will continue to you will move to that new team. I was thinking, shall I cancel these leaves for this team? No, 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 no. At least this is the chance I got. I told that no, I don't want to cancel the leaves and all. Let the leaves be there. I'll stay here only. I literally said this, but don't know what happened. The next day when the results came in, I saw my name in the new team. I was seeing like this. My reaction was, "Kya ho raha hai? What? What did he do? Do in the back end. I don't know what he said that. I don't know. He told that I cancelled the leave or what he did. I don't know. But I joined it. But on the other hand, when I joined the team, I liked that process, and I adapted very quickly to the teams, and I am able to perform well. So I think because of him, this celebration kind of happened. This celebration was more of an accident, I would say, more than a happy thing. It came as an accident. That's the funny part here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sri Krishna. I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry over this story. It's ironic that celebration is happening accidentally and that you were not wanting something, it was kind of coming to you and attracted to you. I feel somehow this is like reverse manifestation. And possibly how things are working off, you attract what you don't want to if you feel it strongly enough. Thank you, Sri Krishna. Again, for the audience, Sri Krishna has been a regular of our club for the past, again, for a long time. He's been a part of the inner circle community. Wonderful storyteller. Uh, the way he engrosses into the conversational style of telling a story and the calmness and the comfort with which he has, the humor that he brings to the table is wonderful and admirable. Thank you, Sri Krishna, for that wonderful celebration, though it's accidental. Thank you. Let's move to the next speaker, Rabia.
Yeah, hello, good evening, everyone.
Finally,
Am
we
I
have
audible?
Rabia, yes, you're audible. Finally, we have Rabia for last two meetings. The last 2 month meetings, she has been trying, but somehow not able to get in. This time she got in
Yeah,
and
I
she's
changed
all
my
set.
mobile and it was unable to connect Zoom, so I got it done with my daughter saying that today at any cost I have to get it. So
Interesting.
she said, okay, okay.
Okay, Rabia, the stage is
So
yours. What are
here
you
I'm back.
celebrating today?
For me, every day is a celebration, as what Sri Krishna has told about. The same thing goes with me as well. The thing I celebrate is that whenever I open up with my WhatsApp and I see the status, it's a kind of celebration, learning the things, everything, whatever is being put up on the status. I like it and I appreciate it. And I learn from that too as well. And apart from that, things which happens in our life, like all of a sudden, something surprising, something amazing, like you can say it happens, then we can say that let's celebrate. So recently it so happened with my one of my friends who lives in USA. She had been there in India, and not in Hyderabad, but she was there in Delhi with some work like of meeting or seminar. So all of a sudden she called me and said that, see, I'm here in Delhi, so I wish you and your daughter to join me, so let's call for a celebration kind of a thing and have a good time together. And you won't believe, I was so shocked and surprised. I said, how come is it possible? Then she says, no, I have already booked your tickets. You people have to fly on. So I'm really grateful to her for such a gesture. And we both went. We had a nice time together for a day or two. Then I came back. So that kind of a thing, it was really amazing. It was really a great surprise. So that was like, I read just a day before that itself that every moment is a kind of a gift and you need to celebrate it because life is too short to live. So celebrations goes on with every moment, whatever we enjoy with the people with whom we love it and we care about it. So that thing which made me feel really happy for this moment. Thank you. And above all, I can say my living life is always a lifeline. So that is the celebration I do have it whenever I join this meeting. So another celebration will be when I'm going to join offline also.
So
Thank you.
tomorrow is the offline. Tomorrow it's a Sunday. It's evening 4 p.m. It's offline. So it
Okay,
depends whether
I'll
you
try.
want to celebrate or not.
Yeah,
It's a
if
choice that you can
possible,
make.
definitely. But one day, definitely, I'm going to be. Thank you.
One day. We'll wait for that one day. Thank you. Thank you, Rabia. By the way, looking at your story, please, anyone who's in Nepal, who's in Mysore, want to sponsor a ticket, I'm ready for taking it. And I'm more than happy to you giving me a gift of celebration to come there. Okay? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Someday,
Thank you, Rabia. Yes, Pranay.
someday.
Someday, yeah, this is also someday. You used both the elements that she shared. Thank you. Who's left? Vijay, you want to share something? Mohammad Ziauddin, sir, are you there? Nagita, you'd like to share something?
Rahul, yes, Rahul, seeing all of you guys sharing the celebration, I feel like I just thought over like what are the things I can celebrate. So I will just give it a try.
Okay, the
So
stage is yours.
yeah, to start with, who doesn't like celebration? We celebrate festivals, promotions, and achievements, right? I have three reasons to celebrate, and all the three are for me. So I'm celebrating myself. The first one, I completed my MBA first year, and that really helped me to again become that discipline. It taught me discipline like a student back when I was doing my engineering and so I love that late night group calls, those tests, and then the how many cups of coffee I drank. Finally, my first year is completed. The second year is going on. I recently got the certificate. And the second reason I have to celebrate is that recently I lost 5 kgs. I had a surgery, and over in the 6 months, I drastically gained the weight because of the painkillers. I thought that I can never come down, but now I that is feasible just by having the self control and saying no to that biryanis which I love. I'm able to do that. And the third reason I have to celebrate, I should thank to Pranay who just said that he gave his icebreaker. With the tomorrow's session, I would be completing level 2. So that also calls for a celebration. So let's raise an imaginary toast for myself that I have the small wins in my life to celebrate. And thanks, Rahul.
Thank you, Nagita, for standing up and delivering this. That's the beauty or the spirit of what we often celebrate in the Speak Up Club. That a lot of people come with the fear, with the doubts. I don't want to share. I don't have anything to share. But what I've always believed is that each one of us have a lot to share, and we do a disservice when we don't share because some out there. So just as an example for Nagita, look at all of you all together, how you all spoke, how you all shared, and that inspired Nagita. And that's what I want you all to continue. That's what in the real world, when you go ahead and express, share what you think, what you feel, the stories that you have experienced, you never know who, where, when, how will be inspired. Like Nagita was because of you. And this I'm saying to each one of you. That's the power of speaking. That's the beauty of how when you open up, the world opens because of you. And that's the celebration that I believe in. For me, like I told, there are many things that I celebrate, but at the heart of it is living life, the passion that I pursue, and Speak Up Club per se. That's the passion, that's my baby, and that's how I look at it. There have been years, there have been times, there have been things that I have skipped just because I wanted to make this happen. There have been times where I've adjusted my travel plans or made adjustment to my celebrations, my birthdays, anniversaries, everything, just because I wanted to make this happen. And that is what I'm celebrating. Celebrating the commitment that I have for this community and the love that I've got from this community. It's a celebration of the space that we have created and what I feel and how I've experienced the joy in my life just because you all are there. Because each time now it's almost over 5.5 years that we started. And even today, when I see people who joined us way back in 5 years or sometime in 2020, 2021, somewhere once in a blue moon, they are part of the group. That's a Speaker Club WhatsApp group. They're part of that. And somewhere today, if they pop up and join us from somewhere, it adds that joy to my life that somewhere we still have an influence, we still make an impact, we still make a difference. And that is what I celebrate. Thanks to each one of you. Because of you, I have this opportunity to celebrating this. So that's the thought from my end. Who's left? Anyone left to share your experiences? Your once again, I see Vijaya joining. I'm just waiting if she wants to speak, if she wants to share something. If not, we are done with all the participants. And just give me a minute. Vijaya, are you there?
Yes, I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible, not visible.
Because
So
if
go ahead.
I'm visible, I will
Go
not be
ahead.
audible.
So if you're in train, you want to switch on the video, you want to share something, go ahead. The stage is yours. Vijay, are you there?
Able to hear?
Yes, now we are able to hear.
Yes. So when I got the asthma, allergies, I got Bengaluru 2016. And from that time till now, it's
I'm sorry, Vijaya, we are not able to hear you. It's cracking in between. We are not getting your message clearly. I think we have lost Vijaya from the room. I think with that, yes, before we move forward to the closure of the meeting, while we had limited number of people, but the beauty was each one of you all who were there today were engrossed, were here, were present, and shared what you experienced as a celebration. So while all of us talk about life is celebration, life is beautiful, there's so many things that we have accomplished that we have celebrated. Let me ask you a flip question. If you celebrate so much, if life is a celebration, why do you have the low days? What are you forgetting on those days when you forget to celebrate? What makes you forget that you have something to celebrate? Just a quick question. Anyone, you can just unmute and speak. Why is it that there are days, right now, you see life is a celebration, but why is it that you have days when you forget celebrating it? Jaman.
Yeah, because I feel just the pop up, too much of anything is bad, or too much of something is not good. So I feel if you celebrate too much, the value of celebration will not be there. So I feel once a while, once a week makes sense.
Yeah, obviously, if you want to celebrate with a champagne every day, it's definitely challenging. If you want to celebrate with a party every day, it is challenging. But somewhere, when you talk of the celebration that most of us have discussed, isn't that a celebration of the experience that we feel within more than the too much part of it? It's like said, like when there's internal bliss, when there's internal state of a mind where we are celebrating life, too much of it is never enough. It's a perpetual thing while you're not seeking it. It's just the presence of that experience which is celebration. While you're not pompous about, I am celebrating something, there's an underlying current which still feels that you're celebrating the presence of life in itself. So, thank you, Jaman, for that perspective. Rabia.
Yeah, at the time of emergencies, we can never ever think of celebrating also. But when we overcome with those emergencies, then we celebrate. Then
Interesting.
we realize the importance of life.
Isn't the path to recovering from that emergency also a journey of celebration?
Yeah, that is there. But when you are in to that situation, then you forget everything, the whole world, you can say, than to focus on that particular thing which is going on in your life.
Isn't that what we
So
need to build? That at a
we
certain
need,
point in time, even if we are in the crisis,
yeah,
even if
but
when there's an emergency,
at some moment of time, it becomes impossible to think anything but to focus on that particular moment, that emergency which you have to come out with. That's what I feel.
interesting, interesting perspective. Anyone else? Pranay, Uma ma'am?
The moment you start counting your blessings, I think life will be a celebration. And on those days when you don't count your blessings, I think that day you don't celebrate. But when I've started seeing different places, different people, I've started realizing how blessed I am when I'm getting food on my plate on time, and when I'm able to see so many places, how blessed I am, I feel. So it's okay. So, one cannot have everything, but I have something too. So I have realized that happiness has three P's instead of two P's. My spelling of happy is three P's. That is pleasure, peace, and purpose. So when you have pleasure, you realize that after some time, you are seeking for something more, and that is when you are contented and you have peace. And after that you ask what next, and that is when you start asking yourself, who am I, why have I come here? And then you rise in your spiritual level. So when you integrate everything, all the three P's, that is pleasure, peace, and purpose, you are in eternal bliss. That's what my recent guru has taught me. And that I was in eternal bliss in Haridwar when I was listening to the bhajans and seeing the Ganga Aarti and everything. I was contented, I had pleasure, and at the same time, I was asking myself, who am I? Why have I come here? And things like that. So when you integrate everything, I think you have eternal bliss. So don't think of the past, it's over. It's all a drama. We are just playing the part. It's all detached attachment, and just move ahead in life with the flow. That's all. Thank you.
Interesting. Thank you, ma'am. I read this quote or I read this science about counting your blessings, which I would just like to share over here. It said that technically, when you talk of the mindset and the frame of mind that we think in and the way we our mind is conditioned, it is said gratitude and anxiousness can't coexist. When you count your blessings, the future or the past or the fear or the regret or all those things disappear when you are in a state of mind where you're counting your blessings, where you're grateful for what you have. Try this out. Next time you're anxious or very scared about something, look at in that moment. Rabia, this is for you too. In that moment, what do you have something that you are grateful for? At that point in
Yeah,
time, maybe it's a path to still celebrating what you have or what you are experiencing even in the midst of an emergency or crisis. And I feel that's something that I
emergency
have
in
learned
the
personally. Yes, Rabia is
em-
saying something.
yeah, emergency in the sense when you fall sick, as what I mean to say.
Yeah, I
When some,
understand.
yeah, so where at that moment you cannot think anything because the whole world looks topsy turvy. It goes upside down like. So when you overcome with that particular problem and you start recovering, or at that time you start celebrating every moment and thinking grateful and having an kind of satisfaction as well that something you have, at least if not nothing, something is better than nothing, like.
Interesting.
So
Thank you, Rabia, for that perspective. Here, there's a religious angle to it also, where I've heard this thing where it's not in the normal times where you trust the God. It's in those challenging times that, in spite of those challenging times, if you trust the God, there's a path which is way ahead and you're out of it. So thank you, Rabia, for that. Someone raised their hand. Vijay, are you there now? Okay, Pranay, go ahead.
Yeah, we appreciate the value of salt in food only when there is no salt in food, right?
Sahi Pranay.
Yeah, a similar thing happened to me when before I started my fitness journey. I'd gone through some. It took a toll on mental health back then, and I've started realizing the importance of health, where physical and mental health are both interlinked. So I started taking health seriously. after that.
Interesting. One of the reason why for me
That's it.
the journey that I shared about my drive or the
Hi, how
push
are you?
for. So yeah, so that's a process through the challenge that I experienced in 2023, the work that I did mentally in 2024, and the work that I'm doing physically in 2025 is what has helped me evolve in this journey from the abyss or literally nothingness that I was experiencing in 2023. I'm right now in a space where I'm celebrating every single day. That's how the space that I am in right now. And I'm experiencing that bliss because I've gone through this journey and it's been, I've been grateful for everything that has happened and possibly the path, like Rabia was mentioning, at that point in time, I had my doubts, I had my questions, I had the pain. But today, when I look at it, it has given a lot of meaning to the way I live my life. So, yeah, thank you, Pranay, for that. Yes, Poonam, go ahead.
Sir, albeit I celebrate my life, it's not that challenges doesn't come. I don't feel low. I feel low many a times, countless times. But the thing is that when challenges come, I pause. I feel like what I can learn from that, you know, because the respond, how I respond to the situation, the remote control is in my hand. Now I feel like, okay, what is the lesson I have to learn and move ahead? Earlier, I would say, why me? But now I say, try me. It's okay. So, so the choice is in my hand, I feel like. And I'm grateful for that,
चलो
for
पूनम
positive mindset.
चलो अभी इंटरव्यू करते हैं ट्राई मी just kidding. Thank you, Poonam. I think that's a good perspective to look at how when you are in challenging situations, what can you celebrate there. Possibly that's an opportunity for you to learn that you have been bestowed upon. So that's also a way to look at it. That's also celebration that someone is looking up to you to learn those lessons and grow. Probably that path through that pain was for that you are the chosen one, that you can undergo and experience these learnings and take it forward to the world, that you have experienced this and this is the path that you want to show to the world. Thank you, Poonam. Thank you, Poonam, for that. Let's move with that. We have come to the end of today's session, and I would leave it open to anyone to share any of your thoughts or any experiences about the meeting, about anything else you have missed out on, you have heard, and you want to respond to in the next 5 minutes. The stage is yours. Gentlemen, go ahead.
I just had quick doubt. How often do we have these Friday sessions?
These
Saturday.
yeah, these open mics are once in a month. Earlier till 2022, we had it every week. But then I got tired. I got tired with the fact that there's a lot of pressure and a lot of things that were flowing in. And I wanted to work with a deeper level with a few individuals who wanted to work on the skill set development and the learning at a deeper scale, rather than just attending, speaking, and then leaving. Not that this is not value add, but I wanted people to work at a deeper level. So that's how this open mic, offline and online, both are generally scheduled towards a month end. Every month, one session is there virtually and in person that I'm planning to continue. This has been in place, continued for the last 3 years now. And I wish to continue because that's a commitment that I've seen and I've got the love from this community. And that's the reason I'm just continuing this. So once every month, virtually and in person. Apart from that, the inner circle, the community of the Speak Up Mastery program, and all those things are happening on the rest of the weeks. That's anyways as scheduled as going on. Yep. Okay. Any other thoughts, anyone, before we close for today? Yes, Jaman. Yes, Jaman, go ahead.
I was saying we'll always plan to be available during the month end date.
You're
Tomorrow
not
I'm
clear.
not.
Jaman, I'm sorry, you're not clear.
Am I clear now? Am I
Yes,
audible?
you're audible.
So I was saying I'll try to keep my month end available for these sessions.
Yep. So generally it is because this week I was a bit tied up with Diwali and all that stuff. Otherwise, mostly it's on the fourth Friday on the for the online one and fourth Saturday evening for the offline one. This time because we are doing it KBR, I wanted to give it a shot on a Sunday evening because some people said that they'll be available on Sundays and Sunday evening 4 p.m. is an ideal time. That's the reason we thought of keeping it like this. Let's see. We'll keep reviewing and hopefully I can announce the plans at least a week ahead so that all of you all, whatever plans you have, you can make adjustments and see if you can join offline. Great, that's a wonderful experience that you want to have. But if you're not able to make it for some reason, you can always join the virtual space. Like Vijaya was traveling right now, but still she made and joined. So wherever you are in the world, you can still join the online community, the meeting which is happening. And if not for sharing, if you still want to experience all the things that were discussed and shared and the stories that you heard from people, you can always go back to our YouTube channel where all the 153 or 154 sessions which have happened till date of Speak Up Club, all are there in a playlist in YouTube, recorded and uploaded. So you can always go back to any topic or anything that you feel excited about. Go back, look at check out the names of the programs that we did, and go back and binge watch. Maybe it'll be much more worthy than watching a web series and closing your day. While you can always have a choice of listening to stories that you heard today, something similar, something different, something from different perspective, different experiences, different people, and enrich yourself with the world of perspectives from one topic in one meetup that we have. So that's a path also that you can choose. So yes, thank you. Any closing thoughts, Pranay, Sri Krishna, Poonam, Uma ma'am, anyone? Oh, okay then. That's it for today. Thank you. I think it's been a wonderful meeting. Thank you for all joining us, taking out the time on a Saturday evening from your busy schedules with the things that you're committed to and still chose to be here. Thank you, like I said, for sharing a part of your life with us. And this part continues to become our part as we move forward in our life. Because each one of your story that you shared, each experience that you all had, was something which we all together carry forward as a memory, as a learning, as a lesson that we all can grow and get better. With that, signing off for Speak Up Club's October virtual open mic of celebrations, where we celebrated you, me, and all of us together. Thank you. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you.